I'd love for you to dig into a little bit more and explain the how. One is internal linking. I've talked a lot about internal linking on this podcast, and a lot of people say, well, it's like a one by one thing. You go to each page and just kind of figure out where to internal link. I've been trying to figure out a better way to do that. So yes, so please let's talk through that.
Yeah, so manual internal linking optimization should only ever be done when either you're trying to get a quick win. So you're like, okay, this page is number 2 and I want to get it to number 1. And there's some really strong pages that I could internally link to it. And that will probably move the needle.
Okay.
That's the main thing we're only ever doing manual internal linking for. The other side of it is you don't really want to do any sort of automated internal linking just because it will lead to over optimization issues, especially if you're a fairly new site or you're a low DR, low DA, anything under like DR 30, 40. You risk a lot of issues by automating internal linking, and you can have repeat links, with optimization issues, all this kind of stuff. We recommend either you use a semi-automated tool, so something like InLinks, which is absolutely fantastic by Dixon Jones, or Link Whisper, which is kind of an affiliate version of InLinks, but not quite as good, but a lot cheaper. Okay. So those would be the 2 semi-automated options, or you go down the path of automating the pages that you don't necessarily care so much about, but you make the variables so that it doesn't use the same anchor text repetitively. The number one problem that you have in automated internal linking is that it uses the same anchor text for the same page over and over and over again. Let's say, I keep on using Dallas all the time. I just use Dallas as an example. I don't know why. It's like the number one default that everybody goes to for local SEO.
Yeah.
But if, for example, if you're a site in Dallas, right, and you put plumber Dallas or something is the keyword, how many iterations as a plumber in Dallas do you have on your site? It's probably on every single page on your site. So you've now linked with that same keyword from every single page on your site just by that one automated link. So generally speaking, we try to be very limited in how we execute automated internal linking by making sure that we have enough anchor text variables and that it will only ever choose one of those variables. And that is the way it chooses. We have some scripts to try and prioritize based on localized authority, which is, again, we do it kind of complicated where we start sculpting page rank between pages and then figure out which pages have got the highest equity. And then we try and do the internal linking based on that, whichever anchor text variation is the most competitive, right? So the most competitive keyword we'll put on the most authoritative page. So, and vice versa. So until we go down the list to the least competitive keyword is on the least authoritative page, right? And that's kind of the strategy, is a mix of mostly automated and then doing the bigger pages more manually and making sure that the system is using enough variables and optimization between the highest authority pages and the most competitive keywords.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.